Hi everybody, it's been a long time since I've uploaded a game, but I think today we are going to finish Strange Antiquities, which I know nobody but me has been all that excited about, but that's okay because I like it. And that's what counts. Gosh darn it. Um, I mean, after this, we'll go back to playtesting some demos, maybe do some Stardew, some Sims, more accessible games, things like that. I still would like to do a video game every Saturday, just because I think it's fun. And I love playing video games. And by committing to post at least one video game a week, that commits me to play at least one video game a week. And it's something I do find relaxing. So I do want to finish Strange Antiquities because I started it. I am buried with the Knight of Thorns. I think I know where that is. That's in the, like, sepulchre. Yes, it's in the tombs. He's buried with the Knight of Thorns. So let's look for the knight that might be called the Knight of Thorns. So I don't think it's this. Is it this one? I don't know. Like when I post over it, it looks like it's got little thorns on it. But I don't know. Or hover over it. I don't think it's that one. That one's got flowers, but not necessarily thorns. And those are the three knights. I see that's the Knight of Shields. I don't know. Is there one that actually has thorns? Looks like a sword with thorns. So do we see a sword anywhere? No. Sun, no. No, whole lots of no's. Not thorns. I mean, kind of, but not really. No. Definitely not. No. That's books. No, and no. So there's not one that's clearly thorns. Okay, I haven't done that one yet, obviously. What are you? Plus Isaiah. Yeah, to do this enemies. I knew that past one, but only understood. Blessings in spring, rising in autumn. That makes no sense. Below a moon that does not shine, there is no mark upon my shrine. In the dark, but not alone, my neighbor bears a cross of stone. Below a moon that does not shine. There's that moon. There's also that moon. There is no mark upon my shrine. In the dark, but not alone, my neighbor bears a cross of stone. I think that's this one. Yes. No. Okay, so let's go back up here. Beneath the moon, and there's the cross. So it could be this one too. Nope. I've got to figure these out. What's this one? I'm under the barn where the axe meets the tree. Okay, that doesn't fit here anywhere. A moon that does not shine. Would be a dark moon. But no mark upon the shrine. So this one has no mark. Okay. This is not going the way I want. I'm buried with the Knight of Thorns. And below a moon that doesn't shine. So here's a moon, there's a stone, so it could be this one. Yes. Blank tombstone without much trouble, but there's nothing else here. Feeling foolish, I make my way to the surface when suddenly I see it. Tucked away in a natural crack in the wall, a stone totem. This is what I came for. Okay, cool. So let's go here again. And we're looking for the Knight of Thorns. Knight of Thorns. There's only 3 knights, so let's try this one. Yes! Tomb of the Knight of Thorn resides along an ossuary filled with the unknown dead from the Battle of Sotherfell. It is an unpleasant place that I do not want to linger on. Happily, I'm able to find the item I came for without difficulty, and I quickly leave and don't look back until I'm out in the bright day. Once more. Okay. So there's that. Okay, do I have any more cards? I am under the barn where the axe meets the tree. Don't do that. That's not the one I needed. That's the one. Okay, the barn where the axe meets the tree. So, Greywick Farm is here. I don't see something that's obviously a barn. I don't know what the axe is, though. Wait, Woodcutter's Lane. Strange horticulture. I don't know if any of the... Under the barn where the axe meets the tree. That would be here, I'm thinking. Yes! To the side of the house sits a dilapidated barn. The stench of manure is overpowering. There's no sign of an owner, so I search carefully. Not exactly sure what I'm looking for. Suddenly I spy a flash of blue. A bottle. This is it. Perfect. Okay. So we have a whole bunch of new objects. Which is awesome. We're going to put the Elver Stone there. Okay, so you're going to go up there because you have a label. You're going to go up there because you have a label. I'll go ahead and set you there. And set you there. And you have a label, but I don't really have a better place for you. I don't think you'll fit up there. Okay, cool beans. So we'll set that there. All right. We have made some progress, folks. Okay, so let's do a little bit of organizing. We have a whole shelf empty there, so we'll put these guys up there because they have labels, and you also have a label, and then you can go over here, and you can go up there, and you can go up there. And this was the cabinet that was closed, so we have some plants. Hi, kitty. Make sure you pet the kitty. Good morning. Yes, and to you too, Jupiter. I'm getting more concerned about my mother. Hearing about that poor lady who drowned frightened me, but she'll turn up. She always does. I've had another breakthrough. This time, I'm certain it's a clue that leads to another hidden part of Strange Antiquities. Okay? From the individual, a stone for dark purposes. From the celestial, a stone of the earth. From the diurnal, a stone of death. We're going to put you, you know what, let's put you there, you there, and you there, and then we'll leave our notes and shit here. We have so many notes still to decipher. Jacob Priestley, thank you for the medicine. I have seen into the yawning deep. I have seen beauty beyond the comprehending mind. The price is steep, but I play it gladly. My shadow anchor is broken. Must replace. Okay, well, what the hell is a shadow? Shadow anchor is something that's used in the practice of shadow casting. The art of projecting one's presence outside of the body. Without an anchor, minds have been known to become lost. Shadow anchor designs vary greatly. Some prefer pendants, whereas others prefer to clutch a totem in their hand. Some make use of symbology, where others use gemstones. They will always produce a field from the individual branch, however. Okay. So, let's see. Texture. Nothing to remark. Disquiet. Okay, not, I think, what we're looking for. That has a... Those all have names. What about you? No. Feel from the individual branch. Containers. I feel like the malachite could have been it, but I don't know that it is here. Onyx could be it. The individual. So Mentic and Wixic. So let's try this one. I forget how to open the table. There we go. Just click on that thing. So let me just sketch this out so I don't have to keep referring back to it. It's either going to be circle, circle, triangle. circle or small circle, medium circle, big circle. Okay, so there's that. So let's get this in its proper position. The little circle should stay up there for this one. I mean, that does produce it. Let's try this. No. Let's try the onyx. The same. So neither of those tell me anything. I've already looked at those. Kyanite. Alright, well, sure. I think that's this one. Let's try that. I did say kyanite, but I'm afraid this letter was sorted incorrectly and just ended up doing a round trip to Kendall and back. Better late than never. Okay. I have spent a long time looking for an object that is believed to have been lost somewhere in the catacombs. The adventurer and thaumaturge Marwyn left a trail to her hidden stash, or so the story goes. I followed it as far as the ossuary of the dam, a chilling and bone-filled alcove carved into a natural chamber in the upper levels. But it seems her markings have been worn away by time after that. I pass on this story to you, in the hope where you can succeed where I have failed, your friend Barton. Okay. An ossuary in the upper levels. There's the ossuary. I can no longer make them out at all. Fortunately, I've always wanted an excuse to use Carwick's candle. What the hell is Carwick's candle? These items produce an invisible light that peels back the years, allowing a glimpse into the past. The effect is often murky and blurred, but it works passably on stationary objects. They are marked by the depiction of a candle on their surface. Candle on their surface. So what does the candle look like? I already know it's this one. It has to be. Yes! Stalagmites retreat under the light of the candle as I hold it aloft and search the shifting rocks for any signs of Marwyn's trail. Suddenly I see it. An M etched into the rock, as clear as if it had been carved yesterday. I follow the trail in an excited hurry, tripping and stumbling as the candle distorts the height of the floor, until I come to its end at a small boulder. Rolling the rock to one side, I reach behind it and reclaim Marwyn's lost treasure. Okay, a creepy little doll. Okie dokie. Actually, I'm going to put you here and put you up there. I'm also going to put you up there and you down here. You have a name. So I'll set you there. And this is done, so we're going to put it down here. Cool. Verona Green. The time has come to decide, Thaumaturge. The casket wants to be opened. The casket will be opened. Nothing can stop it now, and yet there is still a part of this mind that will not be quieted. Help me to calm the rage inside my head. This is your chance to elevate yourself above the scurrying ants that absently crawl through their meaningless lives. Okay, an abrasive nether or a zephyr? What is the difference? Abrasive nether. This type of nether used to purge unwanted memories. As with any procedure that can alter the mind, it should be used sparingly and consideringly. Nethers are typically used in communal ceremonies designed to be easily passed from person to person. And the other one is a, what am I call it? Zephyrin. Three resident objects give off a faint odor that will be familiar to any thaumaturge. It is the scent of the storm, of ozone, of power, the scent of magic. When these vapors are inhaled deeply, they can unlock the wells of anger and channel them into a powerful maelstrom. This is the power of the west wind. Okay. So let's look at our symbols real quick. And we want... west wind. Okay, so wind is like a little tree thing without a top. That's all we have. Do we have anything that has that? I mean, you do. That could be it. No. Let's try this. No. I'm curious which direction that is. Watched. There has to be something on direction. Strength, maybe. Okay, so we know it gives off an odor of a storm. So let's find something that gives the odor of a storm. None of it gives the odor of a storm. Sharp aroma, maybe. Probably not. Yes, there you go. Have the Zephyrim. Okay, so I got a Gris. Oh, I've heard of Gris. Okay. So that is the end of day 15. There are 2 more days. Interesting shape. It's almost like, okay, a ball of string. Absolutely. That's totally exactly what I was thinking. A ball of string. Interesting. Olive string. Is there anything cat-like? House, Clanbrook, North Street, Heath Lane, Hollybrook Church, Pine Road, Woodcutters, Ferryman, Mill Lane, Prince Street, Woodcroft, Ransom Street, Heatley, Guild Street, Hollow Lane, Quarry, Oak, Ruskin, Stonewall, Fairfield. Anything cat in here? No. How about here? Anything cat-like here? Courtyard, Grand Hallway, Vaults, Conservatory. Are there any cats down here? Someone very dear to me has fallen ill. I would like a Nephroquant. Don't be concerned, dear. I know what I'm doing. Alright, what is that thing? These were once born by necromancers of the Five Knolls, who used them in their rituals of resurrection. Their power became bound to them, such that if they were to remove them, even after death, the Nephroquant would crumble to dust. Today their power is much diminished, but they can be used to draw out infections. So there's the scarring. I feel like it's this. I don't know why, that just felt right. Cool. Dread Viviant is the only way to handle something more dangerous. You can siphon power away from oneself for a time. The power. Okay, cool. Good luck. Which means you can go over here. And let's call our next person. Franklin Underhill. Please do pay us a visit. We have some items that we're confident will be of interest to you. Underhill. Twinings, artisans of wood, iron, and clay, 2 Market Avenue, Undermire. Okay, so where is Market? The man who dropped off his card introduces himself as the owner of Twinings, an unusual sprawling series of grotto-like rooms filled with handcrafted carpentry, ironmongery, and pottery. He leads me past wooden chairs and strange iron contraptions to a room unlike the others. This one is filled with small trinkets, ornaments, and jars of various sizes, containing ominous-looking liquids and organic materials. I know it might not look like much, but there are some items of value among the junk here. Take your time and let me know if you find anything interesting. 2 hours later, I have indeed unearthed something very interesting that I'm keen to take back to the shop for further investigation. Ooh, it has interesting stones. A bloodstone, and I'm not sure what they're calling that green and purple one. Let me see. Vivianite. Ooh, the Death Stone. Very nice. I am leaving the Twinings with my haul when a man shouts at me from across the street. I look around annoyed. I notice to my horror that the man's eyes are black as coal. He rushes towards me, and I stumble backwards, fumbling with the strap of my satchel as I grab an item to try and stop him. I need a Wixit cord. Despite their name, they do not produce a Wixit field. They belong to the diurnal branch. They cause a freezing effect in the body, earning them the nickname Medusa's stones. Fortunately, this effect is not permanent. Let's see if I can find it. Gives me goosebumps, possibly. That's not gonna be it. That's being watched. That's it. That is not it. Cold. Soda water, purposes. Sunstones don't have command. None of these. Moonstone, maybe. So it's Noctic of the Night. What's your Noctic symbols look like? Okay. Bingo. When I finally come to my senses, I realize I should alert Dr. Robertson, but by the time I return to Twinings, the man is nowhere to be seen. Interesting. Okay, we'll put that there. We'll put that there. That was interesting. Edmund Bishop. Something bad is about to happen. To which I say, no shit, Sherlock. The Ravens know it. My grandfather once taught me how to use a Cassander to see the paths ahead, but I saw what it did to him, and I vowed never to touch one again after he died. But the gnawing worry of what is coming has become too much for me. So you want a Cassander, do you? Alright, well, let's see what one of those is. The eyes of a Cassandra focus on the power of the mind, enabling those skilled enough to see the path or paths ahead. These items do not produce a mentic field, as one might suggest, one might expect, but rather the more mysterious Selenic. Care should always be taken with an object of prophecy, and these are no different. Many have been seduced or driven mad by the past, led to ruin. I already know what it is. I am dead wrong. Mentic Selenic. Oh, go back. So they are the ones that are in the square, the triangle itself. And I think it's definitely going to be Selenic. Of the moon. So it could be that one. Could be that one. And I think that's about it. What does Malachite do in this world again? Okay, so it could be that one. So possibly. That could be it. Let's try this one. And now I gotta play the damn game. Okay, I haven't played it in a while. Okay, roll. Like that, and thank you, kitty cat. You did nothing. Thank you, kitty cat. We're gonna lock in the two cats and we're gonna roll again. One more time. Bingo bango, there we go. We're gonna bank that and roll. We're gonna bank that. And now we just gotta roll till we get two kitties. There we go. The game has gotten significantly easier. Okay, so it's not any of those three. we know it's not that one. I think we know it's not that one. Did I try that one? Yeah, I was pretty sure it wasn't that one. I'm just gonna try them because that field thing, I don't understand. It doesn't work. That makes sense. No. We're gonna play the game again. Ooh, this one's much harder. Let's keep the moon. We're gonna stay on the moon. Let's go with the 2 suns instead. Can we get a second snake? Sure can. That one's done. Let's hold the snakes for a bit. Let's see if we can get 4. I think we might be able to. 3. One more snake. Come on. Come on. There we go. Thank that. Let's take the snake and move on so we can get rid of that X. That was really fast. We had no moons. Got the moons. Cool. Now I just need 2 of a kind. And there we go. Cool. Pretty sure it's not that. Yeah. Once more. Alright, go! Ooh, we got 3 cats. Let's hold those 3, see if we get the 4th. Nope. We're gonna take the 2 cats and bank it. Because I don't want to go to the next level. Oh, thank you, kitty. If we can get a moon, yeah, see, we're good. All I need is 1 more snake. There we go. Bank. Now I need a cat and 2 moons. So there's a moon. There's that. Now all we need is the cat. Now I get the moons easily. I just need a cat, y'all. Just a cat. Just throw me a cat. There we go. Alright. We're on the last item that we have. This has to be it. Well, no. I guess we have 1 more. That's every item I have. Like, it can't be anything else, because everything else is labeled. Ooh, that's not. Nope. I'm gonna move you over there, though. Everything else is labeled, right? Yeah. I might have to, like, do a slight cheat. We'll see. Let's keep the 2 snakes, and then let's see if we can get either a moon or some suns. Let's go ahead and bank this one. Cool, we've got the 2 suns. Now we just need 2 more of the same thing. That should do it. 2 kittens and 2 random. There you go. 2 kittens. And 2 random. Okay. Bear with me a second. Okay, we're making the phases match right now. Okay. Should be correct. And I get that thing. Cool. Leave that. And there is your malachite frickin' thing that I knew we needed. Cool. I feel like I've missed a few of the clock puzzles, but that's okay. There's something going on in Undermere. No shit, Sherlock. The sooner I can get it sorted and on my way, the better. My uncle gave me a ring, and I've had nothing but bad fortune since. I'm starting to think it might be cursed. Is there any way to uncurse it? Let's see. Let's go to this in the back and find curses. Small token in the rain, submerged looking left for a full cycle lunar cleanse. Okay, so a Cussack purifier. There you go. Good work. Hello, Lavina. I've been researching ancient customs, particularly those relating to thaumaturgy, and I am fascinated by the use of objects in ritual ceremonies. If you're able to get your hands on a gris, I would be very interested in studying it further. Oh, I'm sure I can. It's heated slowly over flame. To have full effect, it must be held in ungloved hand until the ritual is complete, no matter how hard it gets. Broken path. See what we can find on Wixstick. Okay. Bishop's Square, go. There we go. Cool. Nor of unease. I know I have that. I think it's this one, but I'm not. It's one of those two. I'll put the grist over here. Okay. Leopold. What do you want, Leopold? There's been a basilisk sighting in the hills across from the back barrow. I wouldn't say I'm a brave man, but I have a duty to protect my livestock and village. Better me than a younger man with his life ahead of him. I've come to prepare my sword. Okay. Let's see if there's anything specific on a basilisk. I doubt there will be. Oh, there is. Cyrene Ward. Okay. What about a folium? Okay, a blade drawn across a blade of a folium 6 times. Dreher Huntsman. So, a folium. Doesn't give us much to go on. This looks like it's had something drawn across it a lot. Yes! Cool! Protect yourself and go. And we're gonna throw that over here. You go down there. Cool! Oh, Francesca, what trouble have you been into today? They've escaped. At first, my patient grew agitated when I used the Gaudian siren, but then I had a breakthrough. Vivian Cartwright woke up. She seemed lucid, calm even, and then I made a stupid mistake and loosened her restraints. I don't know what happened, whether the siren stopped working, or if perhaps it never worked and she tricked me. But almost immediately, she changed back and turned violent. Before I knew it, she had managed to free the others. We tried to stop them, but they fought their way out of the hospital, and I've no idea where they've gone. Well, yippee skippy, nothing like having a horde of lunatics running loose in town. Okay. So in theory, this is the last day. In practice, I don't know, but we're gonna get through it, gosh darn it. Not very tomb-like, it's sun. Kind of a clockish symbol. Okay. Just sit there. Mr. Thaddeus, what can I do for you? The Witherance was a terrible idea. I've only gone and made things worse. I wish Eli was back. He'd know what to do. Some years ago now, a friend brought me an item, a black casket that I learned was a dark article. I should have brought it to Eli right then and there, but I knew he would want to destroy it. I'm a collector of things. It seemed too important to allow it to be destroyed. I see how naive I was then. This casket is far more dangerous than anything I've come across before. And now I hear they are looking for it with their black eyes. Either I need to keep them out of the museum, or bring the casket here to Strange Antiquities and hide it in one of its secret places. Dread Vivient or Lumiere? What does the Dread Vivient do? Good sci-fi power. Balance of life and death, good and evil. Okay. And Lumiere? Lumina? Skulls, moon, pole, Harsa, create an aura of unease. Just keep people away from places they are not. Okay. Actually, wait. It's got this life and death. I got this Vivianite thing, didn't I? That. I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm wrong. Maybe. Good luck. And we're gonna throw that down there. Oh, do you have a letter for me? I have recently come into possession of a number of texts on the subject of arcane artifacts. You are welcome to them as if they are of any use to you. If I don't hear from you, then I will donate them to the library across the street. Okay. Where is the library? Number 26. Several of the scrolls look promising, but they are written in Draidic script, and my understanding is too rudimentary to make use of them. If Verona was around, I'm sure she could translate them, but she isn't, and she can't. Draidic script. So what can I use to translate something? They resemble romantic fields, which are like that. Okay. Maybe, but I don't think so. Just let the pages roll in front of me, the letters and words floating in and out of focus. After a time, I found that I can read them, although it takes some effort, and I feel drained once I reach the end. Alright, cool. Anna Bryant, with all that's been happening in Undermere, I picked up the worst week possible to lose my Bridget charm. I hope that you have one that I can replace it with. A Bridget charm. Probably has something to do with the goddess Bridget. Powerful, that offers protectionism. Who has the power of the maiden, the mother, and the crone, the Wiccan triple goddess? Well, let's look at our symbols. So I know there's a section on Wiccan. Okay, so it's that thing. Go away. There you go. Easy peasy, triple goddess. Go and be well. Okay, it's that thing. Hello, kitty. I'm sorry, I did not intend us to be away for so long. I trust the shop has not been too much to look after in my absence. I have learned a lot from my time in Oxford. There's a powerful dark article here in Undermere called the Nallian Casket. And now you're telling me my foolish half-wit of a brother has had it in his museum the whole time. I know how to destroy it, but it's not going to be easy. Whatever happens, it must not be opened. We need to create a pillar of Calarius. From what I gather, the feat has not been attempted in over 500 years. I just hope there's enough time to prepare. I'm afraid I can't stay. I'll be back as soon as I can. Has a powerful blast of energy that can consume darkness. In my opinion, it's the safest way to destroy dark articles. It can only be produced at a significant thalamic convergence. Strength and weakness, light and dark, align the opposing powers at the opposing compass points. With Cochrane's light, the strong will be made weak and the dark will be made light. I don't even have that in my book yet. Okay, so the compass. And that. And strength and weakness. Let's look for strong and weak. Or light and dark. Okay, so weakness is... Oh! So I've got the strength drawing, it's the cross, like with the ties, that's weakness, and strength is an X with a diamond at the top. So let's see if we can find something with those two drawings. I mean, that has a lot of symbols, but none of them are the right one. This is strength. Let's look at our gemstones. What means light? It has to be amber. Okay, do I have anything with amber? That is amber. And it's a symbol of strength. And then a symbol of weakness. Elements, no weakness. Close, but not quite. My energy drained by some disturbing power. For days now I've felt frail, and then today I found something that horrified me. Beneath my bed I found a wooden effigy with strange symbols painted upon it. I don't know who has done this for me, but all I want now is to lift this feeling of weakness. They're made of stone or iron and take the form of a small totem. I don't know, but we're gonna take a short break. Okay, so I played the little game and I found the item. So we should be close to done with today. hope. Okay, we got at least one more client. Susan Hill. Okay. I would like a blood bag. The nameless ones are restless. I'm ready to hear their voices. A blood beck. Okay. What the fudge is a blood beck? It was once thought that these objects could be used to commune with the dead, but now it is widely believed that such a thing is not possible. It is not known where the strange voices that emanate from a blood beck originate, but there are some who believe they are the voices of the nameless gods. Okay. This has the bloodstone, so it might be it. Yes. Okay. Jenna. Alright, this should have been the last day, but I somehow feel like it's not. Thaddeus runs along the dark corridor, his eyes wide with terror. He clutches the largest remaining shard of the shattered lunima in his hand. He has only one thought in his head. He must not allow his pursuers to reach the cabinet. He will draw them to the armory. It's his only hope. His heart sinks as he rounds the corner. No! 3 more black-eyed assailants are coming from the other direction. He is trapped. His final thoughts are consumed by fear. There is nothing stopping them now. The casket will be opened. It's all his fault. It festered and pulsated until it could no longer be contained. Some part of it reached out from the darkness, creating eyes so that it might find itself, and hands so that it might open itself. The casket wanted to be opened. So there is one more day. Okay, let's see if we can get through it. I'm determined to finish this thing today. Okay, that's a stack of books. Alright. I lie below books and scrolls on the esoteric and the arcane. I think that's got to be in the library. That's not it. The library was 26, so let's try here. The Woodsworth Library is a quiet haven of books and knowledge. Its shelves are well stocked and well kept, a place where time slows with every turn of a page. The librarian, Simone, sits at a desk, her focus fixed on her work as always. I found some old books that dig into the history of strange antiquities, she says without looking up. It's very old, you know. I'll visit if I uncover anything useful. Okay? Sure, why not? The museum was ransacked last night. I went looking for my brother, but he's nowhere to be found. The good news is that they didn't find what they were looking for. I moved the casket myself and hid it here in one of Strange Antiquities' vaults. It's safe now, but we can't leave it here for long. I have more to prepare, but I've left instructions on how to access the vault in the desk drawer. He has? Don't know where they are. Oh, look, I have a new letter. The lake has turned black. As the omens go, I'd say that's probably a bad one. But the mail won't deliver itself. I found this note in an old writing desk up at Gleason Castle. I expect it will mean more to you. Fear in autumn, rising in winter. It feels all too prescient as we hurtle towards winter and a terrible unknown fate. Fear in autumn, rising in winter. No, I want the castle. But I know castle. Fear in autumn. What is fear? So the 3 X's. Fear in autumn. Fear in autumn, rising in winter. Okay. It is rising. Oh! I had winter wrong. Or I had autumn wrong. Fear in autumn. I searched the room at the foot of the western tower quite thoroughly before finding a stash of papers. To my dismay, they're largely scrollings of a madman, but amongst the nonsense is some valuable information. Okay. It's time to end this. Now. Bring the casket to the pit. But how do I get the casket? Aha! A candle that gives off no light. An anger that's never been touched. Finger but not of flesh. Okay, I know the first one is Karek's candle. An anchor that's never touched the ocean. Shadow anchor. And the last one, witch's finger. I know I've seen that. I know I've seen that. I know I've seen that. Question is, where did I put it? It's the tree thing. Witch's finger. There it is. There it is. There it is. Okay. And now we have the flower puzzle. So let's start by making the match. And we flip it and we go doop, doop, and 8, and push. That didn't work. I mean, it's the right moon symbol. Right. 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 I don't understand. The candle. Where's the anchor? Anchor. And the witch's finger. And that closes that. And opens that. Oh, I'm backwards. Full moon. Okay, so I'm Uncheck that, do that, do that. Uncheck that, do that, uncheck that. There we go. And there is the casket. Okay. Eli said to bring the casket to the pit. Alright, so to the pit. I think that's this. No, it's not that. Okay, so where's the pit? Is it an underneath? Yes, 20 is the pit. Here's the pit. Okay. The sun is low in the sky as we arrive at the pit, casting a warm light across the treetops and the open fields. A solitary raven cries out from the tree line, and I look to the skies, but they are empty. The pit itself is an ominous sight that otherwise serene atmosphere can do nothing to diminish. It is a scorched black hole, perhaps 5 meters in diameter, and has an unnatural look to it. This is the site of atomic convergence. It is no simple thing to destroy an object of this kind. We need to set up opposing powers at opposite compass points. Strength and weakness, light and darkness, and finally we need the light of Corcoran to bind. Okay. So light, the lightest thing I know is the sun bond. And then if we're doing the sun bond, we need something with moonstone to counter it. Okay, now let's go that. That's strength. So now where's the weakness to it? Here. Okay, and then the light. The light of Corcoran. What is the light of Corcoran? Despite appearances, these Noctic items have no connection to the League of the Amphesian Heart. Your objects of Amphesian. I should refer to snakes. Should refer to snakes. No. Medium circle inside a big circle above a square with a little one at the bottom. Consonants, right? Witherance, right? Light and darkness, right? Pennervin cloak, got it. And this has to be the light of Corcoran. Moving things around. No. Have the right items, but okay, I'm gonna pause it while I play this.
Friend cloak.
Okay, maybe I had the wrong thing. Yes. Eli inspects my work. His face shows little emotion, but he seems satisfied. By now the sun has finished setting and only a hint of red afterglow remains in the darkening sky. The raven cloaks his mournful cry once more, croaks. But this time there is a reply, then another, and I look up to see several dark shapes circling above. Quickly now, they're here. I spin around to follow Eli's gaze, and my pulse quickens as I look out across the field. A large group of shadowy figures is walking steadily towards us. We can't see their faces at this distance in this low light, but I'd be willing to bet that every one of them has pools of midnight for eyes. In the skies above, the ravens continue to grow in number, and their caws and cries get louder and louder. I look down at the black object in my hands. Such a small thing, and yet its seductive power is impossible to ignore. It wants to be opened. Suddenly it feels inevitable. The casket, now! But I'm not sure I want to give it to him. What do we do? Positive or negative? You know what? Screw it. He left us alone. Where's the Wixit cord? We're doing it. I bring up the Wixit cord as the thaumaturge realizes what is happening. He lunges at me, but he's too slow. His body stiffens and falls to the ground. I'm surprisingly calm now that I've given in to the casket's dark power, but a raucous chorus of shrieks and cries breaks me from my reverie. The mob is upon me. As I look out at the manic faces baying for blood, my gaze lands on one that is calmer than others. I'm surprised to find that I recognize her. It is Verona Green, the occult scholar. Wait, it is over. Do you feel it? She holds up her hand and the group comes to a stop, all staring at me with their lifeless black eyes. I look at her without really seeing. My mind is filled with one thought only. Slowly, savoring the moment, I reach down and open the clasp that holds the Nellian casket shut. The mob cheers, but I don't even notice. Time slows and the rushing roar of my own heartbeat fills my ears. But then something happens that drags me out of my trance. Suddenly my body tenses with horror and I find that I cannot move. Verona appears in front of me, holding the Wixit cord, and at once I noticed what I missed before. Her eyes aren't black like the others. At the same time, the rest of the mob realize what she is doing and they rush towards her, but she is anticipating this and moves quickly. She sprints to the thaumaturge's frozen body and pries the light of Corchin from his stiff fingers. Without a hint of hesitation, she dives headfirst into the pit, and a handful of others blindly follow. A moment that lasts an eternity goes by, and then suddenly and terrifyingly, there's a rush and a roar, and a swirling vortex of blue-green light races up out of the pit. I see the casket riding the whirlwind up into the night sky, where it seems to hang for a moment, turning slowly in the air, until, with a shrieking, splintering crash, it shatters into 1,000 pieces, and there is nothing but smoke and the smell of ozone, and all is quiet. In the weeks since the events at the pit, I have struggled to come to terms with my role in it all. Eli has been surprisingly understanding. He tells me that he too felt the allure of the casket and does not blame me for being unable to stand up to its power. But I cannot stay in Undermere. I toss and turn at night, unable to sleep. The town has taken Verona's death hard, and they understandably hold me accountable. If it were not for her, the casket would have been opened, and who knows what devastation would have been unleashed. The one that hurts the most is Dr. Robertson. She will not even talk to me after what happened. I can't say that I blame her, but that doesn't make the pain any easier to bear. My train to London leaves tomorrow. I plan to leave thaumaturgy behind me and try to build a new life in the city. And that's the end. It's ending for a lucky escape. Here's kind of what happens to everybody. There are multiple endings. I am not going to replay to get every single ending. Sorry, that's not going to happen. But you are welcome to. This game is available on Epic. And if you like the strange and the occult, it's kind of fun. Would I play it through again? I don't know. It might be kind of nice to play through and try some different options, but probably not. I think this was a one and done for me. But I did quite enjoy it. I hope you did too. So yeah, open to suggestions. I love the creepy type games, but not like jump scare games. Although I'll probably play a few other jump scare games just because that's what I do. But, yeah, I enjoyed this. I know this was a long video, but I was frickin' determined to finish this game. Gosh darn it. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.